decided against it so that I wouldn't have to do porn. So I'll go ahead and share a couple of facts about my family. My dad is from England. He's from Liverpool. And I made it really awkward telling him I didn't want to play soccer anymore as a kid. Because usually they just let you stop playing, right? But I told my dad, and he hit me with a bottle. And I told him I still didn't want to play, and he and a bunch of his friends got drunk and beat up an Indian family that lives next door. Some other Day just happened. I got my mom a toaster. On the box it said that it has an easy toast function. That's good, because her last toaster was difficult as shit. You had to like answer a riddle, and it was powered by the blood of your best friend. And if you need, I'm just going to keep going. So if you needed a bagel, you had to enter an instrumental music code. Okay, that's enough. So sometimes when I'm hanging out with my girlfriend, I like to do this to her face, so that I know that when she gets to, a certain age, she'll be able to keep her looks when she has a stroke. My 5th grade history teacher got arrested the other day. He was getting a little friendly with some of the students, which sucks because I was homeschooled. All right. Thank you. Let's see. Okay, I think we need more honesty in the Sunday comics. I think that Sunday comics are full of a lot of lies. For example, Hagar the Horrible, right? It's just a comic about a Viking, but he never really behaves much like a Viking. So I've written a spec script, actually, for Hagar the Horrible. I don't know if you can see it. It's on a paper towel. And I'll just go ahead and share this with you. Panel 1. Hagar with his dog, Snert. Hagar, fetch, Snert. Panel 2. Snert fetches a bone. Panel 3. Hagar rapes Snert. All right. I'm going to go ahead and take this opportunity to do some old material for you guys. So, thank you. What the fuck's the deal with John Wilkes Booth? So I started an independent business, and I framed the first dollar I ever made out of a sense of pride and, happiness. But then I spent it out of a sense of wanting some Sprite really bad. I think that being a peeping Tom is just porn for people who really like to jog. So birds have funny names. This isn't really, I haven't finished this one. Birds have funny names. I've noticed you got the woodpecker, the booby, the tit, the nuthatch. If I ever discover a bird, crested fuckwit. The Cummings crested fuckwit. So I had this dream the other night where there were all these rats in my room. My room was infested with rats, and I was trying to find the source of where they were coming in, so I looked under the bed, and I found a box that was full of all of my childhood pets' remains, dried up into this little, husk. So the antidepressants are starting to kick in, I guess. I think if Sir Lancelot never existed, it'd be way harder to come up with brand names. No? Okay, cool. Good. Good enough. I saw a dog with 3 legs the other day, and I felt really bad, because, that's got to be really hard. But then I was like, I only have 2 legs, so fuck you, dog. Let's see here. I don't think I'm at risk for taking hostages ever, because I just think that the word hostage really makes you sound like a monster. But if it was something else, like companions, I would take 9 or 10 people companion. Let's see here. What else have I got? Let's see. I'll do some impressions for you guys now. This is my impression of Keanu Reeves shortly after catching a criminal. You run really fast. Want to get a burger? All right. This is my impression of John Wayne doing an impression of John Wayne Gacy. Well, why don't you take your pants off there, little pilgrim? All right. Let's see if I have any other jokes, you guys. Okay, this is an experiment. I don't have an iPod, but I do have a shit ton of musical greeting cards, so that's just as good. Thanks, Scott. All right, well, I'll finish with this one. I was really tired one day. I had taken a bus all day, and I ended up in Denver, and there was this bench there at the bus station, and I was like really tired, and there were a lot of people there, but no one was sitting on the fucking bench. And I was like, why doesn't anyone sit on the bench? So I sat down, and no sooner did my ass touch metal than this fucking hobo comes up, right, and he sort of waddles up into my periphery, sits down next to me, and he's smoking this cigarette, and he's like at the very end of it. He takes the last drag, throws it on the ground. He looks at me, and we make brief eye contact. And then he looks away, sees the cigarette on the ground, still burning. He's like, oh. He goes, picks it up, puts it back in his mouth, takes another puff, stands up, and leaves exactly the same way he came. So that hobo just undid everything he had done up to that moment. So I wonder if 2 years from now, will he have another family? All right, thanks. That's not funny. Keep it going, folks.